Welcome back to Channel C1. This is Cam King.
I am Demika Jamal.
And today
we
are reviewing
/ ranking
Chappell Roan's The Fall and Rise.
The Rise.
My bad. The Rise and Fall.
I was ready with my interpretive dancing.
I was like,
I felt like a conductor.
You know what? It threw me off because I was like, oh, he's about to fall, so it's fall for. I was like,
The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess.
Yeah.
So you can see what we think.
Of
each song individually.
We're gonna how our live rankings go right now is we do a general overview of the album, then we get into the songs, and then we give you the rating at the end.
Out of 10.
A little outro.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also talk about a little bit of some upcoming content here and there throughout the reaction or review.
For sure,
and some things going on and what to expect at the new year,
and
of course when and where the next Taylor Swift project is, because I know a lot of you are watching for that. I just gotta quickly find a ranking of Chappell Roan's for a tier list to use. While I do that, you want to go ahead and talk about your general thoughts?
For sure. So this album, to me, I don't think there are really any skips on the album. I think as an artist, based on this album, I haven't listened to anything from Chappell Roan other than this and Good Luck Babe. She has a very accurate, for lack of a better word, creative instinct and creative judgment to me. Like, even though this isn't necessarily my exact style of music that I listen to on the day-to-day, I feel like she executes every song to the best of its the best it could have been. There's certain songs by certain artists, any artist, you might hear and you be like, well, if so-and-so sang this, or so-and-so rapped this, or so-and-so wrote this same concept, the song would have came out better. But I never feel like that when it comes to a Chappell Roan song. And the album as a whole, I feel like it has a great balance. There is a through line. There is a story. And I think it has a balance of energy. And there's sensual nature there. There's also some ballads. There's an elegance that she maintains even within her fun songs and her exciting songs. There's a certain sensibility that she has to keep the gravitas. And I really enjoy that about this album. And it's short and sweet.
I first always like to talk about production, if you guys know. Producer background here, music making background, music playing background. I think the production for this pop album is fantastic.
For sure.
It's definitely up there. It's very refreshing, slightly nostalgic, a blend or an influence, not a blend of genres, but there's some influence of other genres in there.
Yeah.
Dan Nigro, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Fantastic job. He also produces Olivia Rodrigo's Sour album, which I'm going to talk about that a little bit later too. But it was truly no skips. I'm going to say that now. A little spoiler alert.
I wanted to kind of save it, but there's
no skips. Nothing's going in that deep. Oh, you can't see it yet, but I haven't put my names on my tiers. But nothing's going into the skip tier. In fact, I probably just won't even include the skip tier on here, since he also has no skips. I really enjoyed it. She's got some fantastic vocals, really good songwriting. It's got that Taylor-esque detail to it, where you get like a little personal lore and such. And a story throughout the song itself. Yes, story throughout the song. And there is a slight narrative throughout the album. It's weak, but it is present. There are a few songs that connect a little bit, and you do kind of get like an intro to there's like a narrative to the theme of the album, if you will. And then you kind of get an outro as well. No, really enjoyable, and I can't really wait to dive into these songs and talk about them, because before we rank anything, understand that regardless of where it is in the ranking, it could be last, does not mean it is bad. All right,
it's just relative.
It's just relative to this is really relative to my preferences. A lot of times in the rankings, I'll give more allowance to what other people may think, like objectively, especially when it comes to my mid and bottom parts of the rankings, where I don't care as much about where they're. I'm like, I don't care if this is at the bottom. So if like a lot, if I feel like a lot of people also feel they don't like a song, I'll probably leave it there at the bottom. Here, I had a harder time ranking my bottom than I did my top. So they were just so enjoyable. I felt bad putting every song at the bottom, any song at the bottom. So.
Yeah. Every time I listen to a song, it's like, maybe this should be higher. But then I look at the song above it and I'm like, well, I'm not moving that one down. So
let's go ahead and start. You can go ahead and pick a song first. If anybody shows up in chat and wants to pick a song, you're more than welcome to. Just throw it out there. What you thinking?
Casual.
Slow burn rock ballad track dissects a friends with benefits relationship in this brutally specific detail, highlighting the tension between casual encounters and deeper emotional connections. Chappell isn't afraid to be raunchy, yet still delivers substance with her lyrics. She doesn't just say things to say them. Like there's a few lines on this that could be like, oh, I'm just trying to be.
For shock factor,
shock
gratuitous.
And she's not. She's really invoking this like heavy imagery. That knee deep in the passenger seat eating me out is an image that's shocking. But then that line after it, is it casual now? Is giving you that meaning. She's trying to really paint that picture home for you. Love the outro with the oohs and the ahs. Very nice. Very nice. I like the production on this. What do you have to say about this, sir?
Casual. Layered with honesty and longing, this track delivers an ironic tenderness in its portrayal of fleeting connections. Slow drums, synths create a dreamy, understated backdrop with candid lyrics like he mentioned, knee deep in your passenger seat while you're eating me out. I love the inner line rhymes that she uses. Knee deep in your passenger seat. Even though that's not the main rhyme of the line, it helps with the smoothness of the delivery, and that sonically it listens better when you do have those interline rhymes, and I love it when artists do that. But yes, lines like that help balance a raw vulnerability and playful realism. The bridge, it's hard being casual when I'm on the phone talking your sister down. Not only is it captivating lyrically, the melody in the bridge is also something I quite enjoy. But yeah, it adds a nice depth to this bittersweet confession. I have this ranked in the great category, number 10.
Number 10. Very interesting.
Passenger seat and you're eating me out.
Great category number 10. All right. I have this in the great category as well at number, let me double check, 8.
Okay.
So far
we're pretty close.
Kind of similar. So before the video, I had theorized that we may not have similar rankings.
Right.
And I'm gonna stick to it still. We like a lot of the same music, but our preferences and our favorites are very different. And sometimes they line up, but many times they're just different. Right. And that's okay.
And there's a song that if you've watched our reaction to this album, you may presume is at my number 1, and I may have spoiled it for him as well, saying that it's probably going to be my number 1. We shall wait and see. Things do change. Things do change as we listen.
I wouldn't be surprised either way if it was still number 1 or if it wasn't number 1, because I respect that song.
But there's another song that I told him that might be at the bottom that also could have spoiled some things.
Yeah.
So we shall see where he has those 2 songs ranked. Should be interesting.
All right. I'll pick another track. I'll pick the next track then. Hot to Go.
Hot to Go.
Hot to Go.
Hot to Go. This fiery track perfectly captures the visceral rush of desire. Chappell's direct, clever lyrics. Baby, do you like this beat? I made it so you dance with me. It's honest. It's candid. I enjoy those type of lyrics because there's a little bit tongue in cheek. It's kind of funny. There's a layer of comedy there underneath the depth of the song. Also, it makes the song unapologetically bold and thrilling. What could feel repetitive in lesser hands remains engaging, thanks to her sharp sense of variation and flair. This song is fun, but it doesn't lose its identity. It doesn't lose its gravitas. And her vocal performance is very sincere. She really sounds like she wants to go home with whoever this person is versus just writing a song about a person who wants to go home with someone else. I have this ranked number 9 in the great, right in front of Casual.
Number 9?
You damn right.
Right in front of Casual?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. High energy dance pop anthem exudes confidence and readiness to take the world. I enjoy the flow and melodies in the verses on this song particularly. They're actually some of my favorite off of the album as far as the verses go. Extremely fun. Cult classic, if you will. Very campy almost. It's a performance song. This is, and I know because this is at a wedding, and I didn't even know the song. First time hearing it at the wedding, and I was like, oh my God, this is a fun fucking song.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
I rank it in the great category. That's actually funny. I rank it in the great category at number 9 after Casual.
Because Casual's number 8 for you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's funny. That's funny.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Like I feel like I expected us to be closer than you expected us to be in terms of what we like here, but I did not expect it to be the first two to be this close.
I'm thinking we're close in the middle, maybe, and our edges are different.
They might be drastically.
I just can't necessarily imagine. I can't imagine that your high songs are my high songs. I just can't. I just know you. Mm-hmm. And if I'm proven wrong, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. Pick a song, sir.
Guilty Pleasure. What do you think of it?
Guilty Pleasure.
Yeah.
That's the last one on the album, right?
It's the last song right after California. Yep. Yes.
This album closes with this track exploring the indulgence and desires that are both thrilling and forbidden. I love the random jarring key change in the bridge. I think it's in the bridge. You don't see that a lot in modern music, and I hope she has like more experimental music on her album next time, because I do love that. The bridge is fantastic itself with like the yodeling. She's fucking weird, and she is not afraid to show it, and she shows it in this song. I will say though, with that being said, this is my least favorite song on the album, and I do rank it in the good category at 14. Very enjoyable listen. I love it. I do love it still. It's just my least favorite.
Guilty Pleasure. This track opens with a whimsical high pitched vocals and a smooth guitar, setting a lighthearted yet reflective tone. Lyrics like "I can't help what I can't help" expressed a resigned joy. I like lyrics like that, where people aren't afraid to just go ahead and rhyme the same word with the same word, because it adds a little bit more of a realness to the lyric and less predictability in a way. Because she could have said, "I can't help what I felt.
Right.
I can't help myself, but I can't help what I can't help." And I just like that lyric. While the seamless transition from pre-chorus to chorus keeps the energy fresh, it feels like a metaphor for her love of music and the pursuit of her dreams, celebrating her passion with unapologetic gusto. This song comes right after California, where in California she's kind of reflecting on the struggles of pursuing her dream as in music. But also Guilty Pleasure, it kind of doubles as, it's sexual and sensual and talking about certain things, but I think it kind of is also symbolic of her pursuit of her career as a musician and a performer. I have this ranked in the good category. 13.
Oh shit. Okay.
This is getting crazy. Yeah.
This is actually very similar so far.
Yeah. When you did that, I was like, wow.
Is my turn to pick a song?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's pick. I feel like let's pick one that we both kind of enjoyed. I know. Okay. We enjoyed all of them, right? But let's do California.
Oh yes.
A slower, introspective song that grapples with homesickness and frustration, reflecting on dreams versus reality, with Roan dipping down into her voice's low reaches. Probably my favorite slower ballad from the album, because she kind of has like two different kind of ballads.
Yeah.
She has a mid-tempo ballads and slow ballads. She really shows her vocal range on this one and helps with the overall mix. While present, I'm sorry, not mix, but the narrative, while it's present and weak, it helps with the structure of the album. It does connect to Pink Pony Club.
Yes.
And it plays off of that, and it's coming later in the album. It comes only a couple after. And it's a really nice, there's like a little narrative structure there. And I really do enjoy that. And I like that there's a little bit of a loose connection in her album, because that's what helps get an album a higher rating for me, because I can enjoy a lot of songs, but as I'm rating the album, I'm still rating the album based on the album, if that makes sense. Right. Just because it's a playlist of fantastic songs, if it's not sonically cohesive, it's going to get down a couple points for me, because I'm trying to rate the album based on how I like to enjoy listening to the album itself. And then the ranking shows where the songs really fall, right? For me, California is going to be in the S tier. At number 6.
Okay. The dream-like allure of Pink Pony Club gives way to a harsh reality in this reflective sequel. This does feel like a sequel to Pink Pony Club, where, of course, Pink Pony Club, she's talking about the fantasy of going off to California, West Hollywood, and then this is the reality of being in California. Here, Chappell captures the bittersweet disillusionment of chasing stardom in California. Her emotive delivery and delicate melismas on words like brown and down convey a quiet vulnerability. Melisma is my favorite word, by the way. Y'all will notice.
I was waiting for it to pop up.
Convey. While the gradual build of drums mirror her growing resilience. Opening with just her voice, the track feels raw, isolating, deeply poignant, painting a vivid picture of loneliness amidst ambition. The path towards success is a lonely path, because not most people, but certain levels of success are only reached by a few amount of people. But yeah, California is very smooth. I enjoy this song a lot. Even though it's slower, the melody is very captivating, very engaging, really keeps your attention. And her voice just sounds good. Simply. Yeah. I have it ranked number 2 in the S category.
I can't blame you for that. And initially in my tier list ranking, it occupied the first few slots. Yeah. I just started to grow in love with some other songs a little bit more.
Yeah.
I believe it's your turn to pick a song.
Let's go with After Midnight.
After Midnight. The number 3 on the album, right? This song delves into the allure and mystery of late-night encounters, blending sultry vocals with atmospheric production. Genius described this perfectly with its bubblegum, catchy pop rhythms. Perfectly sequenced in the album after Red Wine Supernova, giving a slight sense of narrative as well. I love the funky bass line and groovy drums. But I want you to write yours first before I rank mine. I'm curious.
After Midnight, once again, a sultry, as he says, very sultry song. Groovy track bursting with funky percussion and inventive instrumentation. Chappell's vocal delivery is brimming with passion, particularly in moments like I love a little The way she delivers that is so good. She has ability to act. You can hear it in some of her dialogue that she incorporates into her music, where she's just speaking or yelling. Yeah. She has a lot of personality that really shines. In the fiery, your hot hands. It feels very real in that sometimes you just want somebody and like anything they do is sexy to you. And it's like, it just shows that primitive nature to want to, do something after midnight, you know what I'm saying?
All the way until dawn.
You know what I'm saying? The playful rhythmic energy simplifies the song to its most primal instinctive core, creating a track that is as fun as it is sensual. I have this ranked number 11 in the great category, right behind Casual.
And this is where things start to differ. As I have this in the S category at number 3.
Not mad at it. I just know what it means. It means other songs are below it. So also you'd have to put that above California if California is, I think, 6, you said?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
But yeah.
Adjust it.
Yeah. That's interesting. Cause yeah. it's so weird. Your perception of the songs are one way, and you're just thinking, well, this is
the right way. This is
the song. Like, okay, sometimes we already kind of before now, but we know which songs are like the popular ones.
Right.
So like you kind of treat them like look at them a different way. Like I know no one. I haven't heard of After Midnight before to listen to this album, but I have heard of Hot to Go. I heard of Pink Pony Club. I heard of Feminomenon, and even I heard of My Kink is Karma. So,
Right.
It's just interesting. But yeah, to see that number.
Hello, Queen
number
over
3.
there on Twitch. Sorry, I didn't see your message at first.
Hello.
That was like 3 minutes ago. My bad.
Dang. Sorry.
My chats is all messed up today. I apologize.
But yeah. Interesting. Would you like to pick the next song?
My turn. Let's do Coffee. I have a feeling we're going to be different on this one too. Introspective ballad that examines the complexities of rekindling a past relationship with the reality of its impossibility closing in as the music swells. Beautiful song and some excellent songwriting, especially in the chorus. This light production really allows the vocal performance to shine, and I appreciated the slight twist in the last chorus with deciding not to meet with Coffee because it's only never ever Coffee. It's always more. Show some acceptance and growth of the character or herself, whoever she's talking about necessarily in the song. While Chappell has an excellent voice for ballad style songs, I personally prefer the creativity and fun of her upbeat and more mid-tempo songs more. Does not mean I don't enjoy Coffee or the slower paced songs. I just, if I like when you're feeding me the buffet, I'm going for the steak over the salmon right now. Okay, that's just kind of how it is. I put this in the great category at number 12.
So he thinks it's third worst, you guys. Y'all see that?
Third worst is crazy. That's a crazy way to put that.
Coffee. A tender reflection on resisting the pull of an old flame. We all know that person. You try to avoid watching their story. You find a way to block them, etc. So you don't interact with them because you know it's harder to resist them than it is to avoid them. This track exudes emotional maturity. The lyrics trace a clear journey from cautious boundaries, let's do coffee instead of wine, to decisive self-preservation, let's not do coffee. She's kind of protecting herself as well as the other person. The subtle piano melody anchors the song's introspection, while the guitar's introduction in the second verse adds a nice warmth. The standout lyric, if I didn't trust you, it would be fine. If I didn't believe in you, if I didn't love you, because she used trust at one point and she used love at another point, it would be fine for us to get coffee. I can get coffee with y'all. Like, if I'm not interested in somebody, you can do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
Doesn't matter. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you ain't getting this. You ain't getting none of this. Goodies. But yeah, there's a bittersweet tension at the heart of the song that really elevates it for me. As well as you haven't seen this yet, but we saw a cover. We won't say who, but we saw a cover of this song that we filmed.
Oh, it was very, very good. It was,
it was good, and added another. It made me think maybe I should up and elevate this on my ranking.
I also elevated on my ranking up 2 slots.
Interesting. I didn't have it that low to begin with. However, it is now ranked number 6 in the S category.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Coffee's good.
All right.
It don't deserve what you did.
Was it your turn to pick a song this time?
Let's go with Picture You.
A very reflective track that delves into the lingering memories of a past lover, blending emotive lyrics with a haunting melody. I'm going to say right now, this is the best song on masturbation I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Creative, clever, and threw me for a loop because I was like, what's she talking about?
Flick that bean.
What's she talking about? Oh, that's what she's talking about.
Flick that bean.
Okay, that makes sense. I think it's probably one of our best reaction moments of the reaction is this song.
Flick that bean.
That bean. You got enough flick that beans out of you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Mr. Flick That Bean. No, I actually really enjoyed this song. That's what they
call me.
And I liked the creativity of it. Can't believe I listened to a masturbation song on repeat. I'm a dirty boy. What can I say? I have this in the good tier at number 13.
All right. So we were talking earlier. Figure we can mention this now. I was talking to him about how I cannot imagine having a romantic relationship or just sexual relationship with someone who makes music that I enjoy much.
You're gonna bring it up on this song.
And I was just talking about how like if we were intimate first, and then I found out that she was a popular musician who made music that I also enjoy and really connect with. The next time we had a moment,
frackled
after midnight, it would definitely, I would probably fall in love, or if I'm not already in love, like it would elevate the romantic element of that position, or that relationship. However, if I already knew and connected with their music, and then we went and did something after midnight,
put the heart on the buns,
it's probably not gonna last till dawn. It's probably last
till 12:03.
12:03. Like I can't imagine.
By 12:03, I mean 12 hours 0 minutes.
Maybe
and 3
after
seconds.
if she allowed, maybe after like the third or fourth time, I would get a little bit used to it. Get like
once the chamber's empty, you can just keep firing.
But yeah, that first time I'm definitely I'd probably give a disclaimer. Hey, don't expect much that first time around. Second round, third round, keep your hopes up. But first round, no. However, this song, haunting ballad steeped in intimacy. This song captures a quiet longing with its delicate melodies and layered vocal ad-libs. The yodel-like flourishes in the bridge evoke an emotional depth that reminds me of Rihanna's Love on the Brain, blending drama with heartfelt sincerity. It is a nice ballad, old school type style ballad. I have this ranked number 12 in the good category, above Guilty Pleasure.
Oh, wow. There is some similarities and there are some differences.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. Is it my turn to pick a song next?
Yeah.
It's time for a
Feminomenon. A dazzling fusion of high energy pop and tender balladry. This track radiates personality. When that change comes from the pre-chorus to the chorus, and she's like, "Hey, dude, play a fucking beat." And then at the last time she says it, she really screams that shit.
Can you play a song with a fucking beat?
Can you play a song with a fucking beat? She did like that. That was very enjoyable. I enjoyed that personality. Even if it doesn't come through, it does come through for her. She has a good personality and a good delivery. Sometimes it doesn't. I always appreciate when someone tries to incorporate that type of energy or personality into their songs. But yeah, her scream dialogue injects chaotic joy, while delicate moments like the voice crack on Lover lend it an authentic charm. The repetitive chorus remains captivating thanks to her creative instincts, elevating what could have been ordinary into something unforgettable. I have this ranked number 4, Feminomenon, in the S tier. Wonderful song.
Is that Behind Coffee?
Behind California.
All right. This album opens with Roan reflecting on disappointing ex, trembling pianos, and starlit choirs. An insistent beat gradually rises, leading to a declaration of self-empowerment, and that a feminomenon is the phenomenon that is sleeping with a man was better than sleeping with a woman, because it's not for her. So it's very rare. This is a fantastic opener. Lively production, pleasant beat changes, even though sometimes a little maybe happens a bit. The humor and the personality really do shine. It is a little repetitive on the lyrics, but it's fine because it makes up for it with the production. Especially towards the end of the song, it super repeats, but it's high energy and it sets like the tone for the album. It really sets her
it's
quirkiness,
the first song,
if you will. So it is fantastic. I mean, super enjoyable. I really love listening to it. I'm gonna rank this in the great tier. At number 10 behind Hot to Go.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
It's crazy. I've been seeing.
You agree with California, Leslie?
Your
Good.
songs.
Good. I like that you agree.
My California, right?
They're both at the top, though. I mean, they're both, mine's 7, his is 2.
I thought yours was
3.
6.
What is yours? 2?
Mine's 2. However, what I was gonna say is, I I've seen songs that I have high that you have low, but I haven't seen the songs that you have high that I have low yet. Except, I guess, if you want to count after midnight.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, because our low songs are pretty similar.
Right. So far.
But yeah, we shall see. What song should we do next? My Kink is Karma.
Ooh.
We could do My Kink is Karma.
Ooh. Playful tone. This song explores themes of retribution and then the idea that actions have consequences. All set to an infectious pop melody. I love the theme of this song, and karma being her kink, quote unquote, essentially getting off on getting revenge. That, first off, the change into the verse into the pre-chorus is excellent, and she starts dropping the U's.
The U's.
And then in the fucking chorus. Oh man, it's just. I just love it. It's a
People
bop
think I'm jealous,
for me.
but my king is
It's a
watching.
bop. It's a bop. It's a bop. This one's been on repeat for the longest time now. It started at the bottom and it started making its way towards the top, to be honest with you. I have this in the S tier at number 5 in front of California.
Playful yet biting. This track brims with clever wordplay and memorable moments like the delivery of "Oh God" in the pre-chorus, mimicking the sentiment of the song, which is that her kink is karma, hinting that she gets off. She has a sexual desire, sexual climax from seeing her ex do poorly. So she's acting as if she's in a room doing that and actually getting to that point with the "oh God," and then the lyrics, the playful wordplay with "and it's coming around," as you know, it's coming around means your karma's coming to you, but also it's coming around and it's coming around. Oh God. I just thought that was very clever to do. She does it a lot. That's one of her strengths, is getting into the character and staying in it. But yeah, the juxtaposition of acoustic guitar and rhythmic breakdowns in the chorus adds a texture dynamic, while lyrics like "kicked me out with the rent paid" make it delightfully sharp. I have this ranked number 8 behind Coffee in the S tier. It's really good stuff, man. I enjoy it a lot. What song you want to do next?
What we have left? We have 5 songs left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Kaleidoscope.
This piano and strings ballad is a shimmering ode to love's complexities. The metaphor of a kaleidoscope.
We'll do Naked in Manhattan next, Alessia.
Lyrics. Even upside down, it's beautiful somehow. Is both poignant and evocative, celebrating the many forms love takes. Layers of background vocals in the final chorus swell with emotion, creating a stunning cinematic moment of beauty and vulnerability. I like this song. It's one of the slower ones, but I enjoy. I can't decide if slow song Chappell is better than high energy song Chappell.
That's fair.
Based on my ranking, I'll let you know at the end. I have Kaleidoscope ranked number 5 in front of Coffee.
In front of Coffee in the S tier.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Kaleidoscope is a vibrant song that uses the metaphor of kaleidoscope to depict the ever-changing nature of love and relationships. A simple piano ballad and some gorgeous vocals work wonders. Again, I've already stated my opinion that I enjoy the more upbeat and mid-tempo songs than the slower ballads. However, I have to give props. She has an amazing performance on this song. And this would be a song I would love to see her sing live, because I feel like it would be very emotional for her as well. And I feel like it would just be a fantastic performance, especially in the middle of the concert. And everyone just kind of needs a moment to chill. And this is like the perfect song to come on. With that being said, still very enjoyable. I do rank it in the great tier. Also after Coffee at number 11. Sorry, in front of Coffee at number 11.
Interesting. What we got? Let's do Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl.
An upbeat, energetic track celebrating individuality and the embrace of a bold, unapologetic identity. This is a song, unless he's changed it on his tier list, that I think we're going to be very different on, because he did kind of mention to me where he places this before. This is probably my favorite Chappell Roan song on the album. And one that I have on repeat and will have on repeat for a while. I love the 2010 Lady Gaga inspiration, and it feels exceptionally nostalgic for me. The production is so amazing and vibrant. It doesn't rank higher because there are still other songs that I think have better songwriting, and just overall, they're just not as repeatable for me. This is just fun for me to listen to. So that's why I like it. It's just my favorite one to listen to necessarily all the time. I love it. I have it in the S tier at number 2.
All right. This, we mentioned before in one of our reaction videos to one of her songs that she holds a similar place in modern music as Lady Gaga did. Not that Lady Gaga is old, but she is older. In that she reminds us a little bit of Lady Gaga, especially in her energy, at least. Her star power, her brand, her star power, all of that. But she definitely sounds the most like Lady Gaga on this song in comparison to every other song on the album. It's a high-octane celebration of self-discovery.
I'm so sorry. I promised you we would do Naked in Manhattan next.
Oh, damn. I forgot which song it was.
Yeah, we will do that next for sure. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, it's a high-octane celebration of self-discovery. This track marks a definitive turning point in the album's narrative. It's right after Casual, I believe. Chappell's believably delivered dialogue into a fiery hook exude conviction, while the intense production amplifies her unapologetic embrace of weirdness. Though more aggressive in style, the track is executed with remarkable precision and passion. But yes, this comes after Casual, where she's struggling with someone who wants to keep things casual. And then she goes on to this song to where she wants to move on from that. Could have been a guy. It might have been a girl. Regardless, she's moving on from that relationship and she's moving on to something new in this. And I have it ranked number 14 in the good category.
It stayed.
Yeah.
And I had a feeling it would. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Because I put it there immediately just to have a song at the bottom so I can have a template. And it just stayed at the bottom because
I'm not surprised.
I couldn't find a reason to move it up.
That's the difference in music that we enjoy, in more particular in our preferences.
Yeah, it's super energetic, but it's just like very energetic. I like songs like Feminomenon and Hot to Go that have those moments that kind of bring you back down. This moment is just pure energy, it feels, and that's why I had it ranked in the good.
Okay, Naked in Manhattan. This trap captures the exhilaration of a spontaneous romantic encounter in New York City, highlighting the themes of liberation and youthful adventure. I can always appreciate a modern pop songs with longer verses. Thank you, Chappell. I love it. The first and second verse are like double verses, and I love it. The drop on the pre-chorus, cutting out the instrumentation, works well with her vocal change-up. She's got a nice vocal overdrive effect as well, probably using some kind of like tube warmth in there, and it's just really nice. I like the production on it. I'm liking the vibe of it. I'm going to rank it at S, number 7, right behind California.
All right. Naked in Manhattan. This track dances effortlessly between elegance and funk, showcasing Chappell's knack for storytelling. The dialogue intro feels alive, plunging listeners into her world. The pre-chorus is tender and polished, contrasting beautifully with the groovy, carefree chorus. Lyrical gems like "When I Sing That Lana Song, It Makes You Cry" make the song feel a little more intimate and confessional, while its infectious energy keeps it playful and fun. This song is very groovy. I love the melody and the hook. Naked in Manhattan. And the touch me. Very enjoyable. I have it ranked number 3 in the S tier, right behind California. It's good.
Now. Before we move on to the final 2 songs.
One of these is your number 1.
Correct. But before we move on to that, for those that are watching or lurking or coming in and out, people that are watching the video afterwards, it'll be too late. Afterwards, we'll post on Patreon the time, but a little bit after this video, we're going to go again live on Twitch, and we're actually going to do a live reaction to Olivia Rodrigo's Sour album.
Sour.
So I just want to throw that in there in case anybody wants to join along for the ride later this evening. It will probably be like about an hour from now, depending on when we finish up this video, but we'll post the time on our Patreon, on our all version of the Patreon. Everybody will be able to see the posts, so as long as you're following, you can be able to see. With that being said, one of these is our number one, and one of these is not. I have a feeling we have different number ones. I feel like we should just go through both songs review and then list them up.
All right.
I'll start with Pink Pony Club.
Okay.
This is a narrative about embracing one's true self. This song tells the story of a Midwestern girl finding freedom and acceptance in a Los Angeles nightclub, fictitious Los Angeles nightclub, symbolizing her personal and musical transformation. Pop anthem of the decade. I will say that. Regardless of all the other songs on this album, this is definitely a hit, and a hit for a reason. It has the best performances from her live shows. It's amazing song. Great subject matter, and I like how she disagrees with her mom, but she's like not dismissive of her mom in the song, and kind of keeps like a little bit of respect to her a little bit. Love the guitar in that bridge or after the chorus. Love the production. It is a fantastic song. Your thoughts?
A triumphant anthem that balances euphoria and heartache. This song's brilliance lies in its depth. While it could have been a simple queer celebration, the aching nods to her hometown roots, i.e., I can hear your southern drawl from 1,000 miles away, speaking of her mother, grounded in a nice emotional realism. The electric guitar solo is pure magic, channeling a rock star fantasy she embodies at the Pink Pony Club. Few tracks can equally master sentiment and fun, but this one shines effortlessly in both. I love this song. Red Wine Supernova.
Red Wine Supernova. Dreamy mid-tempo track that combines vivid imagery with themes of escapism and romantic longing. Big chorus showcases some of the best of Chappell and her ability to write about sexual experiences in such a creative and fun way. Her vocals deliver big, almost a nice, like almost spoken word, casually sung bridge. I guess you won't sleep today. I don't think it would take more than a few hours. It's only like a 10 or 12 hour album. It's okay, Sarah. But it will be probably starting in about an hour from now on Twitch only. You will have to watch on Twitch only though, because I don't want to risk our copyrights on our YouTube right now. Almost spoken word bridge, really loud, lets her personality shine through, and it's so catchy. It's just so good. Like both of these songs are amazing songs.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
This track is an intoxicating whirlwind, capturing the dizzying rush of infatuation. She really, just throughout the album, is excellent at capturing a feeling and packaging it into song format. It's just a strength that she has, rather than someone just writing a song about an emotion. The song is the emotion.
Oh yeah.
The dreamy, lush production mirrors the heady feeling of lust, while Chappell uses phrasing, melody, and vocal delivery to embody her emotions rather than just narrate them. A radiant, magnetic addition to the album.
All right. Don't rank it yet.
Which song
in 3
is your number one?
Let's in 3. Let's say it number 1 together. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Pink
Red Wine Supernova.
Pony Club. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. I have Red Wine Supernova ranked number 7.
I have
behind Coffee.
Red Wine Supernova ranked number 1, and then
let me tell you,
I have Pink Pony Club. I almost read the track listing, not the rating, and it said 11. I was like, that's not right. I have it number 4, After Midnight.
Let me explain to you guys the journey of Pink Pony Club. This was the second song we heard by her after Good Luck Babe, and when we heard it the night before a very, 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 very gay wedding. And then they played it at the wedding and added an extra element to the song. But also the bridge is what really elevates the song because it really does tie that in for me. And I told you and him during our reaction to the album that this is in the running. I'm not saying it's the best song ever. I just thought it was fair. If someone told me they thought it was, I would listen to them because it excels at both sentiment and fun. And it stayed. I just knew it was gonna be my number one. But then as I'm listening to other songs, I could not find any reason to drop it down. There's other songs that have number one worthy potential, but there's no reason Pink Pony Club should be number one, in my opinion. But Red Wine Supernova, obviously, still very high on my ranking, is solid in S tier, more than solid. But yeah, that's my reasoning.
We had a very interesting, both some things were very similar and also very different at the same time.
Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl
was the most jarring one. Yeah. But and the S tier is just
and After Midnight is they're pretty far apart. Yeah,
those two are
as well as Feminomenon.
Yep,
Kaleidoscope.
Those are the four.
Yeah, those
four. About a quarter of the album.
Coffee's a little low on your list for my taste, but I don't even like drinking coffee, but I can relate to wanting to go to coffee.
My point is that I just you asked earlier, you don't know if she does her ballads better or like her faster, more energetic songs better, and I just prefer her more energetic songs for the most part over the ballads. I do enjoy listening to ballads, but I'm just in love with her energetic music right now, if that makes sense. So
I will say, if looking at my list, I have at least in my top 6, 3 of her slower songs with Kaleidoscope, Coffee, and California. Pink Pony Club, I would say, is a mix.
It's a ballad.
It's energy, but it's not. It's not that intensity that Feminomenon or even, pardon me, Hot to Go have, or even Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl. Yeah, you do have the higher
agree
energy.
With both options.
But yeah, it's just a great album. With
that being said, we got to give a final rating to the album. I had a hard time thinking about this rating because it's gonna be high. It's gonna be high,
right?
But when you hand out certain high ratings, like you got to make sure there's a standard. If my 9s and my 8s have a bunch of deviation where I'm like, oh, I kind of like this album, but it's really good, it's a 9, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this album, it's a 9. I'm fine with that.
Right.
But I can't have any 10s. Then I'm like, yeah, I like most songs, or something like that. Like I have to be sure.
Right.
So for me, I give it a 10 strong 9. It is right. It's like 9.9, 10.0.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I'm excited to see what kind of music she comes out with.
Right.
And where she goes from here. I hope she keeps going in a very like experimental direction and keeps being herself.
Right.
And it keeps kind of branching out a little bit. It's really nice. It's very lovely. Phenomenal listening experience because I didn't know what to expect necessarily because we had only listened to Pink Pony Club, the live performance, before we did this album, and we had heard Hot to Go at the wedding. We did hear Good Luck Babe, but Good Luck Babe's not on the album, so you never know. Sometimes they like to genre shift these days. A lot of artists do, so you never know if that was going to be similar.
I will say, thinking of Good Luck Babe, it is not that it wouldn't fit on this album. There is a difference. There is a little bit of difference on that song in comparison to these.
Yeah.
In comparison to these, as a rating for the album, it's like I don't see anything wrong with any of these songs. Obviously, there's songs I prefer more, and I don't see myself ever going to search to listen to Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl. In fact, it wouldn't be a consistent skip, but there might be some times where I'm not in the energy level or in the mood for that type of song. I like how the other songs balance a little bit more of that energy. But it's still good. Like it's still like, for instance, it's in the good category. We have it there. There's no song I don't like. The narrative is there. It's present. So I don't see why I wouldn't give it a 10 if there's no song I don't like on top of the narrative there not being anything that is so jarringly out of place sonically. So yeah, I think I have to give this a 10.
The pacing's nice. I didn't really talk about the pacing, but the pacing's nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
solid. I think I might have commented up on that in the reaction, but
yeah,
it's pretty solid. The pacing's pretty nice.
yeah. I think I have to give it a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 10s.
First 10
Good job, Chappell.
of all the albums we listened to. I know we got Touch Post Part 9.
First 10 of live reactions. Yeah. I can already tell you what my rating for Billie Eilish album is.
Right, yeah. Midnights, probably, I think I remember around maybe at 8-ish.
Yeah.
Red was probably more than close to 9-ish.
Yep. No, this was great. Enjoy this album. So over the next couple weeks, got a nice bit of music content coming out too.
For sure.
We have some performances we reacted to of different artists.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name them. Just gonna let them drop surprise for you.
Surprise, shawty.
Of course, there's gonna be some Taylor in there.
Of course.
Worry. We are going to listen to Olivia Rodrigo tonight. Let's go ahead and lock in 7 p.m. Gives us enough time to eat and get a snack, a little outfit change.
For sure.
So 7 p.m. Eastern time, we'll do our first Twitch live reaction on Twitch only. So if you're on the YouTube, you got to come over to Twitch. Unfortunately, we've had some problems with streaming on YouTube and watching copyright or listening to copyright content in the past. So I'm just trying to avoid that right now.
For sure.
Until we kind of figure those things out. But Twitch, it's not going to be.
Yeah.
So it should be fun. I hope some of you are there. If not, it's still going to be fun.
For real.
And if that goes well, we'll announce when we are watching Evermore. Okay? Be on the lookout. And catch us on the next one.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no, catch us on the next one. Bye.